Hi, my name is Stephanie, and for my reflection this week in film class, we were asked to talk about the mandala. And the mandala is a four-directional grid of five supreme archetype characters that represent the keys to breaking through from crude struggle to awakened living. So the five realms of the mandala are arranged in three across and three up and down, with the center figure holding the same position vertically as well as horizontally. And these five realms are earth, which is stability, water, which represents knowledge, fire, which represents connection, wind, which represents free movement, and void, which represents fulfillment. And ideally, a person would want to have all of these realms and be able to balance themselves within all of them. Typically, I believe that humans are more susceptible to falling into one realm or like one or two instead of having equal share among all of them. And the one realm that I wanted to talk about today with you guys is the wind, which is the freedom of mobility. And so the wind influence in human nature manifests as the activity-oriented personality with the potential to move freely from point to point as one thing becomes more important than the other. So we all want to feel needed as human beings, and we all want to feel like we are a part of something greater than our individual self, and we want to feel that people need us and need to rely upon us. And so when our personality is under the influence of the wind manifestation, we typically experience inspiration, the desire to serve, and conscious consideration of our part in the grander scheme of things. And so there's a positive wind and a negative wind. And the positive wind is also known as the server. So these positive people, wind people, believe in doing their part to make the world a better place. And these people enjoy the process of achieving, and they focus on the challenge of getting the job done. So they like taking challenges and accomplishing their goals and meeting them. And so people that are known as the positive wind are typically military experts, medical professionals, and those who elect to go into helping professions such as social work, service, and building. And then the negative wind, these are known as the drifters or the compulsive competitors. So it is good to be someone who's competitive and and that you want to succeed and accomplish over a challenge. But the negative wind aspect is saying that a negative wind person is a moral drifter who's ready to embrace every new theory or program which promises to smooth out or perfect the jumbled chaos of life and society. So, for example, an easy example would be when the new diet plan comes out, the person immediately just changes their mind and just jumps to that new diet plan instead of actually considering what they are throwing themselves into. And the strong negative when people believe that he is the judge, the juror, and the executioner all in one. And so they believe that other people cannot solve their own problems, but they need them. So the strong negative one person believes that everyone else needs him or her to help them solve their problem because they're not able to do it themselves. And so as a limitation, the wind personality can get caught up in regulating only to that which produces results, even at cost of others' feelings or missed benefits. So unfortunately, this negative wind aspect is showing that sometimes the one person can get caught up in only doing what they want instead of looking at what other people and if their actions are harming them or if they're actually benefiting them. And so this competitive to win approval syndrome is common with negative win people. And so basically in this packet that I have discussing about the mandala and the realms, they listed the negative expressions of wind and the positive expressions for wind. And so the negative is that you are a fanatic, a workaholic, or that you can, or these expressions are what people see you as. And really, if you're actually a negative wind person, you're only a half a step away from the positive. And so this is what they are. Negative expression says that you're a fanatic, a workaholic, ruthless, insecure, and authority seeking. and competitive. Where on the other hand, positive expression would be you're inspired, you're serving, you're unencumbered, you're committed, and you're accomplishing. So personally, the reason why I decided to discuss this topic of the wind was because I kind of felt it to relate to myself, in that I feel that I am kind of a wind person and that I'm inspired to help others, and I'm really goal oriented and I like to accomplish things, but I am not overly competitive in that I want to bring other people down in order to make myself succeed. I want to help everyone else to succeed, but I also want to accomplish goals of myself. And I found it really interesting how you can be all of these different realms, but and sometimes you tend to fall towards one realm or the other. But by this packet of the idea, the concept of the mandala, and through this packet that we've discussed in class, I find it interesting how you can use this and understand your strengths and weaknesses and work towards accomplishing more of what you want. So let's just say, for example, that you right now are seen as a workaholic and you want to be seen as more of a serving person. You can see that you're only half a step away from becoming a positive wind person instead of a negative. So you have the capabilities of becoming this positive wind, serving and committed person. You just have to realize realize the negative aspects that are in you. So that was just something I found really interesting and from class this week, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.